Yo, you seen they clone Tyrone? What's your thoughts about that movie?
Hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah. They clone Tyrone. Listen to me, bro. I ain't gonna fake to you, bro. That was a good ass movie. That they clone Tyrone movie. I feel like when it came to that movie, I've
Do
been
you
hearing
do
that
you
clone
do
Tyrone
you
movie.
hold on? Do you take the cloning metaphorically, or do you think it's a literal demonstration? Cause
Both. And
cause
honestly,
cause
I'm gonna
cause,
just
cause the way
I take it as
people
both.
interpret it. Okay, because I know some people interpret that metaphorically, and obviously, yeah, there's a metaphor behind it. But I know
Mhm.
some people they don't take it metaphorically. They just take it strictly literal. And I feel like if you take it strictly literal, then you just kind of like missing the whole point and the whole message of the movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On that they clone Tyrone movie, bro. If you're not even supposed to look at that movie as in okay they really cloning people. No, you got to look at the movie at in our culture. Everybody's like clones of how everybody just so destructive to the community. Like so, like think of you seen the ending of the movie, right? You seen the ending,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So at the ending, think about it. His name is Tyrone, bruh. And his clone name is Fontaine in a whole different place because they was in like Glen or some shit like that. He was in Cali. So what they was and he was doing the same thing that the clone was doing. So what they was kind of telling you was,
oh my
nigga,
god,
it could be somebody all the way in Seattle selling drugs and destroying our community. But that don't mean it's just that person. You could find somebody on a whole other side, which is in Florida, doing the same thing. Like they literally the same person to our community, if that makes sense. Like y'all both get
facts,
stroked
facts,
the same
facts.
way. Y'all like the same person. And that's what they were showing. Like that's kind of what they were showing. Like and he was trying to the clone, he was trying to break free from that. So when he realized what he was doing was wrong and shit like that. So that's what it was kind of. I feel like that was the bigger point of the movie. Like not even just it's clones out here. It's the y'all. It's like people is the same asshole to our race everywhere, and that's what I think it was. I think that was the bigger point to it. For I do believe they clone people, obviously, but when it comes to you clones of the next person, okay, y'all both got the same style. Y'all both making rap music, talking about killing each other, killing our race. Like y'all the same person. Y'all the same energy. You feel me? And that's what I feel like the movie was really kind of showing you. Well, just in that aspect of it, it was hella shit in that movie though. I fuck with it. You fuck
Yeah,
with it?
that movie showed a lot. That movie showed how they socially engineer us through the movies. I mean, yeah, through the media, through the music, through the food,
Hell
through the
yeah.
shit we put in our hair. um, and how they
Right.
basically got us brainwashed and under a spell. And even before I saw that movie, I knew that already. How they be brainwashing
Yeah.
people and putting shit in our minds through the
Yeah.
shit that we watch, shit that we read, um, the music that we
Yes,
listen to.
sir.
And I feel like once you know that and you know their tactics, you could use that to elevate you and 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 like and reverse it depending on what it is.
Right.
At least that's what I did.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
just like how
True.
they could program you and condition you, you can undo the programming and then reprogram yourself. So, like I think you said this
Right.
earlier in the conversation, when it comes to being race first and um and using different things to elevate our minds, whether it's what we read or making
Yeah.
uh conscious music. That's what I think about when I think of reprogramming ourselves through making
Right.
being intentional about the things that we read, or being mindful I should say, about the things that we read, the things that we watch, and the things that we listen to.
Right.
So not only are we reprogramming and reworking our conscious mind, doing that
Mhm.
on a consistent basis, we could eventually restructure and rewire our subconscious in the way we see fit. um and
Facts.
that's why a
Facts.
lot of stuff I don't watch no more. um and a lot of music I don't listen to no more. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm constantly filling my head with black consciousness, whether it's in the form of books, music, or media, as far as like what I'm watching on TV and shit like that. So,
Definitely.
um, I feel like more people need to be mindful and understand that. Because when we talk about
Right.
warfare, the war, like obviously when we think of war, the war is like they think it's like it's just physical. It's just physical altercations with guns, knives, and bombs. But nah, there's spiritual warfare. There's psychological warfare. There's a warfare
Hmm.
on our health with the food.
Yeah.
It's war on all fronts, not just in the physical, but on our mental and on our spiritual as well. And I feel like more of us need to understand that so we can know how to uh thoroughly and effectively uh combat the onslaught that we are facing.
Right.
So that's
Exactly.
it.
That's what we need to do. Is literally reprogram. That's all you can do because we is programmed. That's the truth. We all programmed,
We
but
if
we all stuck in
exactly
a loop.
if you are born in this
Hmm.
Western Eurocentric society, from the day you come out the womb and you start absorbing everything around you, from the media to the advertisement, all this and that, religion, you programmed. Um, and
Exactly.
it's only going to take a certain kind of mind to realize that, so you can break out of that. And then once you break out of that, you basically like an empty shell. You don't really you sometimes you don't really know where to go once you
Yeah.
pull the veil back and see the truth and uncover the lies and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
but if you have a sense of direction, you know what to replace that programming with, so you can reprogram yourself. And
Right. Exactly. I
so yeah,
agree.
I mean that's
That's
what
what we
I
need to
did.
do. Reprogram.
That's what I did. I
Fact. That's what.
reprogrammed
Yeah.
myself.
Shit. Me too.
I pretty much brainwashed myself. And I know the word brainwash and conditioning has like a negative connotation, because when we talk about brainwashing
Yeah.
and being conditioned, it's always in a negative sense. But you can brainwash and
Yeah.
condition yourself positively.
Right. That's what we got to do. We got to brainwash our own self. We got to literally program our own brain our own way. It's like literally like we wake up when once you realize what's going on, you literally like a computer that was created by somebody else, and you got to take the whole your whole structure apart and literally rebuild it. Like that's how hard it is. Think about how hard that is, and you don't even know how to do it, but you got to do it based upon the stuff that you put in yourself. But that's
Facts.
like how we is. We got to literally reprogram like with everything you do. You got to switch the music you tap into. Like it's cool to okay, you could listen to some shit here and there, but it's like you got to literally what you got to invest yourself into new types of music. Then you got to stop watching certain shows, bro. Then you got to start watching certain shows. Then like when I started reprogramming myself when it came to black consciousness and sciences and stuff, bro, I literally sat in the room and I kept watching videos and stuff. And I started reading online stuff. Like I kept slamming my head with all that shit. So that's how I had to come about for real. But you got to reprogram yourself in this world regardless because you program right when you come out the womb for real. So that's what it takes. You got to sit there and you got to read yourself. You got to be by yourself because then next thing you know, everybody around you gonna look at you crazy for you trying to reprogram yourself once you realize it. So you got to literally sit alone for a minute. But you be lucky if you find somebody that's gonna help you. But you most likely won't. But that's what it be. You got to reprogram your whole mind, bro. You got to reprogram it. And like you said, that shit got a negative meaning to it. Like how it say, "Oh, we program." No, you gotta just use the word and just realize you got to reprogram your whole brain for and then you got to switch up what you eat damn near sometimes.